Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're the first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. My name is Scott Schweitzer. I'm the Clydesdale. She is Cat Shear, or whatever she is now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. It's going to be a hard habit to break.
She's the cat.
She's
just
the cat.
Just cat.
She's famous now, so she can go just by a first name. And we got Charlie, the hipster, down below. What's going on, guys?
Not much. Happy Monday.
It's another week.
Another week. Anybody get any workouts in?
Yeah, I worked out today.
I need to get one. I had to go to the post office at lunch, so
we're a week behind you, Scott. I filled in a week when I was on vacation with some stuff that I just programmed. So whatever you did last Monday is what we did today. Lots of wall balls and things. I actually can't do wall balls because of my shoulder. It's so messed up. Like, I can press and I can pull up and I can do all kinds of things, but I cannot absorb the weight of catching a wall ball. I don't care how light it is. Whatever that is, doesn't feel good. So I've been doing dumbbell thrusters instead of wall balls for like months, what it seems like months now. Like, I keep trying to do them and it just keeps like hurting way too bad. So I'm actually going to an orthopedic tomorrow for my hand. And I'm going to have him maybe see if he can look at my shoulder. Because I know they don't like to do that. It's always like one body part per visit, just because they want to make more money. But hopefully he'll look at my shoulder too. But this is a hand guy. Because remember when I told you I had that like that nerve injury when I was giving blood that one time? I was like getting a blood test done and they clipped a nerve in my forearm. And so now, and it's this arm.
Away all of the injuries, but yeah, I think I remember that one.
Yeah, that one was back in February too. But LabCorp's actually been following up with me to make sure like I'm not going to sue them, and I may, because here we go now. We're 6 months later, and I'm starting to get like numbness in like these fingers and like a lot of joint pain in these fingers. Which, I mean, unless it's like just old lady syndrome, I don't know, but it seems really coincidental that it's like this part of my arm, and I've been looking up, I don't know, some syndromes or things that might be related. So we're going to get that checked out tomorrow and see.
Yeah, isn't he the bad guy in The Incredibles? Syndrome,
yeah.
Yes.
Good reference.
Bob Shelton says, I have Amy with me, send $10,000 and no one gets hurt.
Don't joke around about that hostage stuff, Bob. But we're glad everybody's doing well.
Yeah, and for the listeners, Bob is Amy's dad.
Yeah.
And
he's allowed to hold her hostage.
Allegedly, we have to say.
Allegedly. I had to run to the post office today at lunch, and I didn't get my workout in, so I'm gonna have to do one tonight. Because I've been selling all of my sports memorabilia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You cashing in?
So that I can buy a high-end camera to take on the road that'll do all the things instead of the 3 cameras I currently take.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I've currently made $1,800 selling off my sports memorabilia.
Nice.
And I still have some stuff up for auction. So I'm hoping to get over that $2,000 mark and be able to be maxed out when we go to different events now.
Very cool.
But it was
Am I echoing?
a hard decision.
I'm echoing
I
to
don't
myself.
have an
Am I echoing to everyone else?
Yes, I hear an echo too.
Wonder why. Corey, yes,
Sometimes
I'm only speaking Spanish now. I've learned escuelas azul. Those are my two Spanish words. And if you guys saw Bridesmaids, do you remember when Kristen Wiig gives the speech and like has to outspeech the other girl, and she starts doing this whole thing in Spanish, and it's hysterical, and it had me like laughing, crying all vacation, because anytime somebody said something in Spanish that I didn't understand, I would say escuela azul, just like Kristen Wiig. It's so much fun.
So why do you got kids home, Charlie?
It is a parent-teacher day, so the fun never stops. Not a parent-teacher day, teacher in service day. That's what it's called.
What's going on
Well,
over there? They're having like a little production.
They're playing Roblox, and I'm telling them to be quiet, and clearly they're listening well.
If you only had a headset with a mic close to your mouth, man.
Someone has it using it currently, so that's what's fun.
Like this one
Yeah, like that one.
that I can't figure out how to use. Yeah, that one. I have to.
Yeah, one of them has claimed it as his own.
Okay. So, Kat, you went to Mexico.
I did.
It was a discounted Groupon deal. So how did it end up?
So cheap. It was good, surprisingly good. I was very concerned that, I was either not going to arrive at the right place, or that there was not going to be a roof over our heads or anything like that. But I will tell you, it was amazing. The weather was great. It was a little hot the first few days. There's not air conditioning everywhere because a lot of open air restaurants and things. So we were sweating at dinner a few nights, and thinking, oh crap, like if it's going to be like this for another 4 days, like we're screwed. But the weather shifted. There was a little bit of a breeze. It was really good. My biggest complaint was that the water in the shower kept going from hot to cold, like midstream. I would just have it like turned to a temperature, and it would be very pleasant, and then it would get super hot, and then I'd have to like step out of the stream, and then it would get really cold. That was like the only thing that was wrong. The resort was amazing. This is like a lull period for travel, apparently, in Cozumel and in Mexico, because kids are in school. They're getting ready for. Oh, geez. Jamie Smith. Is that like a real person, or is that my stalker?
Probably stalker.
My stalker. Great. She has a new name now. Anyway, that was my only complaint, and because it was a lull season, it was only like at 40% capacity. So like we had everything to ourselves. Like it was just really quiet and nice, and there was lots of like swimming, ocean naps, room naps, because the room had air conditioning and nothing else did, and so much food. Like I gained 5 pounds, and it was great. So yeah, highly recommend it. That travel agent was like, seriously, for the money that we spent to go there, I would do it 3 times a year, and just might.
Very cool. Amy says she's not responsible for anything Bob Shelton says or does. He almost got us kicked out of here.
Oh,
So,
jeez. And he was not the one coming out of anesthesia.
Sounds like Bob.
So I know this isn't our typical thing anymore, but there's a lot of CrossFit news today that broke.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have been trying to figure out where. So Shelby Neal was introduced as a new contestant for the Rogue Invitational this weekend, and I've not been able to figure out who she's replacing. And then this popped up today, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but have you seen this post by Annie Thorstadter?
Oh boy, she's having another baby.
Baby number 2. Baby number 2, and she says May 2nd of May.
Wow. Okay.
So
just can't let Tia beat her in anything.
Right.
So I think
Tia had one.
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie.
I was just saying, Tia had one, so now she has to have 2.
And so I think it's reasonable to assume that she is probably the person that is withdrawing now that she's pregnant. Because the other thing that was released today were the workouts. And I think Rogue is living up to its reputation, and it looks crazy. The only thing I need to thank Carolyn Prevost for sending me that Annie Thorsdottir post, because I wouldn't have seen it before the show. She made sure that I saw it before the show. So thank you, Carolyn, for that. So Rogue announced their events, and I am going to share that real quick. Here are the events. Event 1 is Texas Heavy, but we don't know what that is. TBA. Then event 2. So that the first one's on Thursday. The next 2 are on Friday. And event 2 is Seat at the Bar, which for the men is 20, 15, 10. Women is 15, 10, 5. Log muscle up and 5 back squat after each at 375 and 260. Or what I like to call is DB's revenge.
Yeah, right.
And then event 3, which is Friday, is 3 rounds. It's called the Circus. 3 rounds, 40 or 32 cal ski erg, 5 single arm strongman dumbbell shoulder to overhead, side per side, 170. Killer cage down and back.
What the heck?
So I don't know what the killer cage is. Sounds ominous. So I don't know.
Killer cage. Have we seen anything on that apparatus, like in their social media?
I have not.
Wow. That's cool. Killer cage is monkey bars, Andrew said. Monkey bars. So down and back. That's going to suck after that dumbbell.
So then event 4, the 10th inning.
Everybody knows.
10 rounds, because that's always fun. 4 ring muscle ups, 8 handstand push-ups, 12 power snatch.
10 rounds. Oh. 120 power snatches, 80 handstand push-ups, and 40 ring muscle ups. Yikes.
Yep.
Tired.
That's going to be rough.
Wow. Yes, tired. I'm tired too.
Event 5 is the dual 3. And if you know what the dual 1 and dual 2 were, they were the ones where you start with the full field and they pare down to get, then it ends up to be just 2 on the last event. So I'm assuming that's what this is, but I don't know what anything is with it.
Andrew makes a good point here.
Yep. Power snatches will be interesting to judge since they are so light and they will be going so fast. I added
Don't
the
be
last
afraid to give
one.
those no reps out. Yeah. I know Andrew won't.
And then event 6, max deadlift, 1 rep. You know, Carolyn is so bummed she's not doing this.
Right? Oh, wow. Okay.
And then event 7, Hulk hands. 4 time 30 cal echo bike, 20 double fat bell ground to overhead. Then 75-foot front rack lunge to Zeus, and then run hill sled push, 75-foot front rack lunge, and then it's back down. But what is a fat bell?
I don't know.
I don't either. And then the thing that the sled push up that hill will be.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Brutal.
That hill's no joke.
After seeing that hill in person and how steep it is, I don't care if it's an empty sled, that is going to be brutal.
handle inside of the ball. A kettlebell that is round with the handle
Oh,
inside.
yeah. So when you put them on, you look like
You look
Mega
like the
Man.
Hulk.
Yeah. There you go, Hulk hands. Now I get it. Nice. Yep. So yeah, that sled push is going to be just awful. And then event 8, Big Cat. 5 rounds for time, 6 box jump, 2 pegboard climb, hill run.
They named that after me. After my
And
vacation. I'm now Big Cat.
and so the pegboards will have to be down by the Zeus rig, I'm assuming. So it's going to be a run like the whole way out the outfield, then up the hill, and then
Yeah.
all the way back. 5 rounds.
Love it.
I think that's the final event. Nope. In event 9, the cleanup, TBA. So all of this happens. Oh yeah, 42 and 36 on the box jumps.
Yep, good catch, Corey. That's crazy. Or Kenneth, sorry. Corey's on a delay. Corey's commenting on things we talked about 5 minutes ago.
We just talked about Hulk hands, Jay Birch. And that just is awful. That's going to be tough, like ground to overhead with those.
Right.
That's going to be a tough judge too.
I assume Andrew's judging.
No, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, Corey's got to be like 5 minutes behind us.
Some of the women really have to jump. That box will be almost half their height. Yeah. Yeah, has 42 ever been, what was that one Masters qualifier one with the box jumps and the overhead squats? I think that was 36 inches. And that about killed me. That was when like Amy and I both were doing it and I had to like get a running start.
That was just 30.
Was it 30? No. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
It was 30.
Man, 36?
So add 6 inches to that.
Yeah, there's no way. It'd be like, it's like up to here on me.
So yes, Andrew will be judging.
Cool. Oh, it might be a box get over. Maybe. I don't know. 3 whole feet. Well, Kenneth, when you're only 4 feet tall, 3 feet is a lot.
It says box jump. It does not say box over.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you have Spieler and Bridges programming this. That box is taller than both of them.
That's an FU to everybody who put 30 inches in there.
Right?
You see how we feel now.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah. Looks like some fun stuff to watch.
Yeah, Corey's behind.
Come on, Corey, catch up. Hit us on 1.5 speed or something.
He probably just joined late and keeps going.
All right. So yeah, we have that this weekend to watch.
I'm excited.
Thursday through Sunday. I think we're going to plan to do some recap shows all week. So if you guys want to jump on.
Okay.
I do have a Halloween party on Saturday night. So I think
costume?
my plan, yes, 80s theme.
Okay.
Amy will be there too, right?
Yeah. So I think
Take the
my
run
plan today is to do like a mid-afternoon recap of what's been done to that point, and then we'll catch up on the Saturday night, Sunday. Now I think he's just listening in reverse.
Yeah, it's kind of going backwards.
So, Jay Birch, I am not coming any longer. Had to make that tough decision a few weeks ago. So, as much as I'd love to come, they don't allow for any coverage really from an outside media source. And it just
you
is
either
not
have to volunteer or just buy tickets and go.
The only thing they have cool set up is as the athletes are coming off the floor, they have a place for the third-party media to grab them and get interviews. That's the only cool thing they have. The rest of it, 30 seconds, you can get 30 seconds of footage for strongman, 30 seconds of footage for CrossFit for the entire weekend. And that just is not worth. So, yeah, I decided to put my budget toward legends and cover something that nobody else is really covering and giving them more due in the Masters community. So there. And I can get all the footage I want with no restriction.
That's how we like it.
Take your fancy new camera out there.
Yeah, and I can go there for half the price it would cost me to go to Rogue. So
yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I couldn't believe Columbus had a direct flight to Tempe. Which I never get direct flights. So anyway, any other plans for this week? Just getting ready for Rogue.
Yeah, I'm doing another haunted house on Wednesday night. This will be my second.
Is this your new thing now?
It's not my new thing. I'm the sidekick, but yeah, it's a new thing. It's fun. I actually, that was the one that I did up in Lancaster was the first one I'd ever done. It was actually really fun. I just didn't like everyone touching me. Like they knew I was the scaredy cat, and so they would like flock to me, and I was just like, no, the whole time. So it was fun.
Are you sure you don't like everyone touching you?
Well, yeah, depends on who's doing the touching. Don't give him any ammunition, Charlie.
Yeah. So, and they're talking in the Tyson Bagent. That's been a topic of conversation for a while. Got his first NFL start yesterday for my beloved Chicago Bears and did super well. So kudos to him from Division II school all the way to a win and a touchdown pass in an NFL game is pretty freaking incredible.
Yeah, very cool. I didn't realize he got in the game last week too.
Yeah.
He played a little bit. Didn't do quite as well, but
he had a good drive, but 2 bad mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he got the jitters out.
He's our very own Jeremy Lin.
There you go. Linsanity.
Linsanity.
And then he just disappeared. So hopefully this doesn't happen to Tyson.
We'll see him in the semis in 2 years.
I'm waiting for people to start picking him up on their fantasy teams. Then you know you've arrived, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. He got more points than he was projected to yesterday.
He did, but I still think what he did yesterday is he guaranteed himself a backup quarterback job for the next several years. He did not do anything above and beyond to put him in that starter realm yet.
Okay, but your starter's going to be back, right? He just like injured his thumb or something. It's not like he's out for the season.
Yeah. Plus, we'll have probably the number 1 overall pick and another super high pick. So we may go with a whole new quarterback next year anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you feel Amy getting bored?
Yeah. She would be like trying to change the subject.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Well, I like it.
So, but he was dependable. And I think that's what he proved yesterday, that he can carry out a game plan, be dependable. And that's what people like in a backup quarterback. So with that, he'll make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It can be the next Colt McCoy.
There you go.
He's just like, is he still in the league?
I wonder how many Instagram followers he got yesterday.
Less than Travis Kelce.
Well, yeah. That kid, he's on fire.
Which one? Tyson or Kelce?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's living the best life.
Pretty cool.
So the last thing I wanted to do is I've been working with Nick at Wad Zombie. So I have some trading cards to give away. So I have a couple mystery packs, just an assortment of cards in a black envelope that I don't even know which ones they are. And I want to give one of those packs away this week. If you come into the comments.
You should give it to my stalker.
What's that? No.
You heard me.
I did.
That's a different bag of stuff that's coming to her.
Seriously.
What I want you to do is go in the comments and tell me who's going to win on the men's side, who's going to win on the women's side of Rogue this weekend. If you're right on either one, you get an entry in the drawing. If you're right on both, you get 2 entries in the drawing. So just go into the comments on this episode, put in who you think is going to win, men and women. And if one of them win, you get an entry in the drawing. If both win, you get 2. And we'll give that away next Monday on the show. We'll do the drawing and see who gets a mystery envelope of trading cards from Wad Zombie Mint Trading. And yeah.
You say 1 winner or 2?
1 winner.
Just 1.
Okay.
But if you pick the winner of Rogue on the men's and women's side, both, you get 2 entries into the drawing.
You increase your chances.
Kenneth, this is not the comments. This is the chat. So you'll have to cut.
Feel free to add it to the chat, but cut and paste.
Yeah, cut and paste into the comments because we can't always get back to the chat to see the stuff for the drawing.
Right. We delete shit off the chat.
Mama Schweitzer wants to know if relatives are allowed. On this one, I don't care because if you can pick them.
She's a listener.
Yeah.
Because we're all family here. So yes.
This is true. Good point.
So yeah. Super cool. I don't got anything else, guys.
When does the action start on Thursday? Is it Thursday night?
So I think the schedule is the first slide on this that I skipped.
Thursday night.
Doesn't have a ton. Well, let me look. I think if you go to event schedule. Here we go. 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay. I'll be home by then.
That will be the Texas Heavy event. And then on Friday, the individuals do not start until 2 p.m. Eastern time. And that's the first event, 2 p.m. Eastern, seated at the bar. The event 3 is 4:30 p.m. Central or 5:30 Eastern. And then
That's
there's a
Friday?
strongman event. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Is
the
it 4
strongman
days or
event.
just 3 days?
It's 4.
Okay.
And then we start in the mornings on Saturday and Sunday. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Sunday and 11:30
anyone was
a.m.
worried.
Good to know. Good to know.
Just in time.
So yeah. So 11:30 a.m. Eastern on Saturday and 10:30 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So those are the start times. And now I see the killer cage. It's pictured. I just didn't know that's what they called it. And I actually worked the games on that field with that.
With that piece of equipment.
Yeah.
And you didn't, I wouldn't have called it the killer cage.
Not a clue.
Kenneth has a question that we don't have the answer to.
In true games, 2 hours before.
At the press conference the night before the games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know who I would bet on at this point. Because I've heard rumors. And Carolyn is saying that's not the killer cage.
Okay then.
I know. I guess we'll have to leave it as a mystery then. She said,
Find
look
out
at the
soon enough.
games, but I don't even know how to look that up right now.
Like the cards in the prize pack. It's a mystery.
Right. You'll find out eventually.
Yeah. Do you guys have an inkling of who the title sponsor is going to be? Any guesses?
Nope. The return of Reebok.
I love that.
I mean, I guess it could be Tier, but I kind of hope it's not. I don't like their shoes at all.
Okay. Carolyn's telling me to go to YouTube.
With sore. Kenneth, that's a blast from the past. I have a pair of their booty shorts.
So MFC, they Tier was their sponsor for clothing, and I can't hit the link.
Form Privative would be great.
And they went back to like the Reebok colors at least, and it just looks cooler than what we've had with Noble, where everybody looks the same. You know, with Reebok, you had
super drab.
Right. You had all the different colors and you could mix and match. And then once you found your person, you could follow them so much easier.
Yeah. Kenneth with all the old school, the OG brands, Progenics. Yeah.
5 months ago, the entire world was invited to prove their fitness in the world.
So is that the killer cage? Okay. Stop doing the interviews. There's an old Dan Bailey clip.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's monkey bars too, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Rich doing it.
So many ads.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, that looks way longer than the one that I saw at the 17 games. Did it have to be unbroken? Do we know
I don't
that?
know. Up and back too. That's if it's that long, that's going to be challenging.
Yeah, look at those old spin bikes. They're not even assault bikes or.
Just look at the movement quality too. It's crazy to me how bad it looks.
Look how empty the stadium is too.
Oh, the tennis stadium. I miss that place.
Yeah,
The good old days.
that would be rough. So Carolyn said, yeah, definitely much longer than what we had at Rogue last year. So Carolyn, if you were at Rogue this year, would you win the deadlift?
I'll say yes for her.
Because I don't know if she's more of a cycler or if she's more of a power or both. So, all right, guys. Well, speaking of deadlift, we had Austin Maliello on last Friday. Really good interview, talking about kind of the future and what direction things are going with the affiliates. It was really interesting. So make sure you check that out. And Carolyn says, no, she wouldn't win the one rep max. And with that, we will see everybody next time on, well, we'll see you this weekend for Rogue updates. And then we'll see you next Monday
Sounds good.
on the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. Bye, guys.